Which Indian commando would you trust to save a city? A ship or an airbase? Let's rank them by role and capability. Para SF, MARCOS, NSG, and think they are all the same. But that's not true. Each force is a specialized tool for a very specific job. You wouldn't use a hammer to cut wood, right? You'd use a saw. Hostage crisis in a hotel covert operation behind enemy lines. Understanding their roles is the key to appreciating their true strength and the sacrifices they make. This video is not about saying one is better than the other in a general sense. It's about understanding who is the best for a particular mission. It's about clarity, about seeing the bigger picture. Mountains of the Himalayas, jungles of central India, urban landscapes of our cities. This is your quick 6-minute breakdown, straight to the point. No fluff, just pure, valuable information presented with energetic pacing for this YouTube 16:9 format. So you walk away with a crystal clear understanding of who does what. The Para Special Forces, or Para SF, are the tip of the Indian Army's spear. These are the soldiers you call for the most high-risk, high-impact missions, often deep inside enemy territory. Direct action, hostage rescue, counter-terrorism, unconventional warfare, trained not just to fight, but to survive and operate in the most hostile environments, scorching deserts, freezing high-altitude mountains. Their training is legendary for its brutality. It's designed to push a human to their physical and mental limits, and then far beyond. Think about the toughest thing you've ever done. Now imagine doing something 10 times harder, every day for months. That is the reality for a Para SF probationer. The infamous Hell Week is just one part of selection, with an attrition rate that can exceed 90%. Advanced weaponry, demolition, linguistics, psychological warfare. This isn't just about being strong. It's about being intelligent, adaptable, and unbreakable under pressure. Maroon Beret and Balidaan badge, meaning sacrifice. Now let's move from the land to the sea. The MARCOS, or Marine Commandos, are the Indian Navy's elite special operations force. Their motto, "The few, the fearless," perfectly encapsulates their spirit. While they are masters of the maritime domain, their capabilities are not limited to the water. They are trained to operate with equal lethality on sea, air, land, making them a truly tri-dimensional force. Their training is famously modeled after the US Navy SEALs and is considered one of the toughest in the world, combining the rigors of Special Forces training with the unique challenges of underwater operations. Imagine the physical endurance required to be a top-tier athlete. Now add the mental fortitude to operate in the dark, cold depths of the ocean, where a single mistake can be fatal. MARCOS probationers go through an agonizing training regimen that includes a death crawl through thick mud while carrying heavy loads and grueling underwater demolition tests. They are experts in amphibious warfare, maritime counter-terrorism, and clandestine operations from the sea. The ability to approach a target from the water gives them a unique element of surprise that is difficult for any enemy to counter. This versatility is their greatest strength. Whether it's retaking a hijacked oil rig in the middle of the ocean, conducting reconnaissance on an enemy coastline, or carrying out a direct action mission in a coastal city, the MARCOS are the specialists you call. They were instrumental in operations like Operation Black Tornado during 2067-11, where they fought alongside the NSG, showcasing their urban combat skills. If the mission involves water in any way, from a riverine environment to the open ocean, the MARCOS are, without a doubt, the masters of that domain. When a terror attack strikes one of our cities, and innocent lives are on the line, there is one force that India looks to, the National Security Guard, or NSG. Popularly known as the Black Cats because of their distinct all-black uniforms, they are not a military unit in the traditional sense. The NSG is a federal contingency force, raised specifically for counter-terrorism and hostage rescue operations. Their primary role is urban intervention. They are the surgeons who are called in when the situation is delicate, complex, happening inside a populated area. Their training is relentlessly focused on close-quarter battle, or CQB. They practice for thousands of hours in realistic mock-ups of airplanes, buses, trains, buildings. Every move is choreographed, every angle is studied. The goal is surgical precision to neutralize the threat with maximum speed and minimal collateral damage. The NSG draws its personnel on deputation from the Indian Army, Central Armed Police Forces, selecting only the best of the best for this critical role. Their motto, Sarvatra Sarvotam Suraksha, omnipresent omnipotent security, reflects their mandate. The 2067-11 Mumbai attacks and the subsequent Operation Black Tornado are the most defining moments in the NSG's history. The entire world watched as the Black Cats battled terrorists, room by room, floor by floor. Chapter 4. Every branch of the armed forces needs its own guardians. For the Indian Air Force, that guardian is the Garud Commando Force. Their primary role is the protection of critical IAF assets, airbases, radar stations, other vital installations, but their responsibilities go far beyond just defense. They are trained for combat search and rescue, which means they go behind enemy lines to rescue downed pilots, one of the most dangerous missions. Their training is the longest among Indian special forces, over 72 weeks, to forge a ground warrior and an expert in airborne operations. This includes slithering down from helicopters and securing landing zones deep in hostile territory. The need for a dedicated IAF special force was felt after airbase attacks in Jammu and Kashmir in 2001, and the Garuds were formed so that vulnerability couldn't be exploited again. They are specialists for direct action, airfield seizure, and special reconnaissance. Other forces can be brought in to protect an airbase, but the Garuds are intrinsically linked to air operations. They understand the air domain and operate in synergy with air power. So if an airbase is under threat or a pilot is trapped behind enemy lines, the Garud commandos will descend from the skies to protect and to rescue. Chapter 5. The deep, dense jungles of central India present a unique and dangerous battlefield. This is a war fought in the shadows against a guerrilla enemy. For this specific challenge, India created a specific solution, the Cobra Battalion. Cobra, which stands for Commando Battalion for Resolute Action, is a specialized unit of the CRPF created to counter the Naxalite insurgency. They are, quite simply, the masters of jungle warfare. Their training is entirely tailored to this environment. They learn to navigate through impenetrable forests, to survive off the land, and to track an enemy that moves like a ghost. Stealth and night operations are their biggest strengths. Cobra commandos are equipped with state-of-the-art surveillance gear trained to operate for extended periods deep inside Naxal territory, gathering intelligence and launching surprise attacks. They are the antidote to the guerrillas' tactics. Unlike other special forces, their fight is not against a foreign army, but against an internal insurgency. It's a relentless, grinding war of attrition. The Cobra Commandos are the frontline force in this conflict, risking their lives every day to reclaim territory and establish the rule of law. When the fight is in the jungle, and the enemy is an elusive guerrilla force, there is no one better equipped for the job than the Cobra. Chapter 6. Within every infantry battalion of the Indian Army, there is a platoon of its toughest and most physically fit soldiers. This is the Ghatak Force, which translates to deadly force. They are not a separate special forces unit like the Para-SF, but rather an organic component of the battalion. Their role is to act as shock troops and spearhead assaults. When the battalion needs to break through a fortified enemy position, it is the Ghatak platoon that leads the charge. Their training is more advanced than that of a regular infantryman, focusing on close-quarter battle demolition, advanced reconnaissance skills. They are the eyes, ears, and the sharp edge of the battalion commander. During wartime, they are tasked with missions like raiding enemy artillery positions, ambushing enemy patrols, gathering intelligence ahead of the main force. They are the first ones in, and often the ones who face the most intense resistance. Think of them as the elite within the elite infantry. They provide the battalion with its own special operations capability, allowing the commander to execute high-risk tasks without having to request assets from a higher command. The men of the Ghatak force are known for their raw courage and aggression, embodying the warrior spirit of the Indian infantry. They are the frontline warriors who take the fight directly to the enemy's doorstep. Chapter 8. While Cobra operates at the central level, there is a state-level force that is legendary for its effectiveness in counterinsurgency: the Greyhounds. Raised by the Andhra Pradesh police to combat the Naxalite menace, their success is considered the gold standard for anti-Naxal jungle warfare. They are a lean, highly motivated, and extremely effective force with deep knowledge of the local terrain and language. The Greyhound selection process is famously grueling, with a very high attrition rate, ensuring only the most resilient and motivated individuals make it through. Chapter 9. The 26/11 Mumbai attacks exposed a critical vulnerability: the time it took for the NSG to be flown in from their base near Delhi. To plug this gap, the Maharashtra government raised its own elite counter-terrorist unit, Force 1. Their mandate is clear and specific: to protect the Mumbai metropolitan region from a terror attack. They are Mumbai's dedicated rapid response SWAT team. Force 1 personnel are selected from the ranks of the Maharashtra police, trained by experts from the Israeli Special Forces, trained by the NSG. Their training is intensely focused on urban warfare, CQB hostage rescue, rapid intervention in a dense city environment. They are equipped to respond to a crisis within minutes, neutralizing a threat before it can escalate into a prolonged siege. Their jurisdiction is limited, but their purpose is vital. They are the first responders who will hold the line until central forces arrive or end the threat themselves. Force 1 is a direct lesson learned from tragedy, a proactive measure to ensure that Mumbai is never left vulnerable again. They are the city's shield, always ready, always watchful, a symbol of Mumbai's resilience and its determination to fight back against terror. Chapter 10. There is one more force, a highly secretive and specialized one, that operates in the shadows: the Special Frontier Force, or SFF. Also known as Establishment 22, this is a covert unit originally raised with Tibetan refugees, now a mix of Tibetans, Gorkhas. They operate under the direct command of the Cabinet Secretariat R&AW, India's external intelligence agency. Their very existence is often not officially acknowledged. Their specialization is high-altitude mountain warfare and covert operations behind enemy lines. Trained by the CIA and Indian intelligence, they are experts in unconventional warfare, sabotage, and reconnaissance in the unforgiving terrain of the Himalayas. They are often referred to as the Phantoms of the Mountains because of their legendary stealth and their ability to operate in conditions that would break ordinary soldiers. The SFF has a long and storied, albeit classified, history of operations, from the 1971 war to more recent border skirmishes. They are a strategic asset, a tool of national power that can be deployed for missions of the highest sensitivity. Because of the classified nature of their work, very little is publicly known about them, but their reputation in the special operations community is formidable. They are the silent warriors who guard India's highest frontiers. Outro. That's your 6-minute guide to India's top commandos. It's not about which force is the best, but which force is right for the job. Para SF MARCOS NSG, Cobra. Pieces of a larger puzzle, working together to keep us safe. Diversity is our strength. Respond anywhere, anytime. Understanding this distinction is the first step to appreciating the skill, sacrifice, and specialization. They are not interchangeable. Unique spirit, a unique training philosophy, and a unique purpose. Garud SPG SFF. Which force surprised you most? Comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Your engagement helps us bring more such informative content to you. Before you go, remember that the foundation of all this strength is knowledge and education. The same discipline and focus these commandos apply on the battlefield, you can apply to your studies. If you are a student looking to conquer your exams, check out the Physics Wallah app. Join 15 million students who are learning and growing with us. The link is in the description. Keep learning, keep growing and always strive to be the best version of yourself. Aasan hai.